this is the best part. One of the things on getting a boat was we wanted a washer and dryer. Since we live on our boat, all right, if you were shopping, so we looked for 6 years.
I guess I better be on my P's and Q's.
Not everybody. If everybody did it, then there'd be too many things.
Just hold on. This is our home on water.
You got AC and everything in here.
We have a salon AC, a bedroom AC, engine room AC, and flybridge AC. This is what they call the salon area and the kitchen. And we have a regular size, full size refrigerator. Over underneath the TV, we have an ice maker, which is very handy for when, you're catching fish. We also have an ice maker and a chest freezer upstairs, because when you travel, groceries are so expensive. You want to stock up on everything. And we were in the Bahamas for 3.5 months. We bought nothing. We might buy an occasional tomato or an apple or something like that, but you better eat it, because within 3 days it goes bad. Because all their stuff is shipped in and it's not properly refrigerated or anything, and all of their groceries are like 3 times more expensive than
Wow.
the States.
Okay.
So you really want to go prepared.
Right.
In fact, we have watch your little steps right here. But we have a small bedroom here. The floor and the bed are piled up to the ceiling. And then this is the main bedroom. Of course, they have a name and I can't think of what it's called. But we have clothes lockers on both sides. Since we live on our boat, just don't look real good. And then we have storage all along here, storage underneath the bed.
And the bed pops up, I take it? And you got like...
This lifts up, and then we have 2 drawers there.
Okay.
And then this is the main bathroom that we use here. And this is the best part. One of the things on getting a boat was we wanted a washer and dryer. So we've had a Splendy before when we had an RV. You can only wash a couple pairs of pants, shirts, and underwear. Everything comes out, wrinkled. But these are just your old school washer and dryer. And it works great.
And that mirrored roof makes it look like it's a 16-foot ceiling.
Yeah, it does. It does. And then our shower is pretty nice size for a boat. So that's the galley and the salon and the bedrooms. All right, if you were shopping, it depends on whether you spend the majority of your time inside or outside. Kenneth is very boat savvy since he does fiberglass work. So we looked for 6 years. And the reason this boat appealed to us was, number one, the back. Because we both love to fish. He can fish from out here on the back or the swim platform or from up on the flybridge. It's roomy enough in here. We had really pretty leather furniture, but we got rid of it because everything in here has storage inside of it. We had a beautiful table here that matched that one. We took it out, put this in here, and like all of our dishwashing stuff, our laundry stuff.
And this is just a cooler? Or?
It's just a cooler, yeah.
Okay.
But when you're traveling, it can get pretty wild. Our first crossing where we crossed from sea quarters over to Carabel was supposed to be a 19-hour trip. It took us 26 hours. The first 4 hours was as smooth as a baby's honey. That 5th hour, torrential rain, lightning, the waves came up over our bow and were hitting our flybridge windows. And when you do the crossing, you have no cell phone service, none whatsoever. When we got to Clearwater 26 hours later, my phone, Kenneth's phone were blown up with people calling to see if we survived the crossing, because that weather had not been predicted at all. He and I both never left the flybridge. Keep in mind there's no toilet up there, okay? So it's Dixie Cup time. When we arrived in Clearwater, we were so wobbly, you would have thought we had binge drank for 2 weeks. We didn't get off our boat for 3 days. And when we got off of our boat, we were still walking and holding on to stuff because we had moved so much. But everything in here will not fall out. We've never had furniture tump over, you know, from waves or anything. And all the stuff you see has got sticky on the bottom of it, you know, to hold it in place. The TV is magnetic, you know, here. All of our cabinet doors lock. He has a love of boats and I had a love of boats. Sold our house, bought a fifth wheel, moved in it until we could find the boat that we could grow old of. We're in our mid-60s. So we went to Chattanooga and we found our boat, and
I'm only 62.
well, 65. And we went to Chattanooga, and it doesn't have a lot of inside spacious room, but the outside. And we like being outdoors. We love to deep sea fish. And some friends of ours that we met over here at Riverfest about 13 years ago, they mentored us for 2 years on boating, how to prepare,
They're from,
weather.
where are they from?
And originally from Michigan, and they've lived on their boat for over 20 years. Unfortunately, we lost her husband this month. Last year, he was up on his flybridge and fell off and passed away. Yeah,
So
very,
it
very.
could come with risks.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I mean, it's got its great points. You know, we leave here, we go up to Iuka, Mississippi, we go down the Tin Tom through Mobile, and then head on to the Keys, and it's probably like a 3-week journey.
Yeah, it depends on how fast you want to go.
And the weather.
Depends on the weather.
17 locks between here and Mobile, and of course barges, you know, they get preference going down. It's commercial. Are we videoing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I guess I better be on my P's and Q's.
No, you're good.
Anyway, they get preference going down, and all of the pleasure boats just have to sit and wait. So we've waited 6 to 8 hours to go through a lock. Going down is not bad, but locking back up to come home gives me major anxiety. Your fenders on the side of the boat,
Water comes up in the middle of the lock, pushes you up against the wall.
the concrete wall.
So you got to know where you tie up, where the best place is to tie up, and like that, just to make the ride better. And it's not so, because it does get wild in there.
It does. And the wind blows inside there also. Everybody needs to do it. We were in Clearwater coming home one year.
No, not everybody. If everybody did it, then there'd
Oh,
be too
yeah,
many people.
yeah. And this guy behind us walked out, and he was a boat broker, and he said, "That's a high-star seahorse trawler." And we're like, "Yes, how do you know?" Well, he was selling a boat to a couple in Texas. And he said, "Can we share numbers with them?" And we're like, "Sure." They drove from Texas here and locked from Iuka, Mississippi back to Decatur with us. Because one of those locks is Wilson, and it's 98 feet tall. And that is Wilson.
Wilson.
The largest lock on the entire Tennessee River. And they sat on the back of the boat with their mouths just wide open going, "Oh my gosh," looking up at the top of the lock. Because they had never experienced that before. We mentored with Randy and Sherry for 2 years, and you know, they gave us ideas and charts and stuff like that. And so we left here 4 years ago and made our first trip down to Marathon Keys. And the only bad thing that happened to us going down was we had pulled into a slough, if you will,
And it was Thanksgiving Eve, and we dropped anchor. We made sure we were hung. We went to sleep. Kenneth gets up the next day, and it is so foggy you cannot even see your hand stretched out in front of your face. He came running in and he said, "You got to get up now. We've moved." So we turn on all of our electronics up top. We had come out of the little slough. We were drifting down the Tennessee River, dragging our anchor. And fortunately, none of the barges move when it's foggy, or we would not have lived to tell the tale. We drove the boat back into the slough by our electronics, because like I said, we could not see
Couldn't see anything.
We waited about 4 or 5 hours for the fog to lift. We go to pull our anchor up. It will not come up. We work and we work and we work. Kenneth turns the boat around. We finally get it up. We pull up a tree with us. We were home. So as soon as we got to our next marina, we went and bought baby monitors to where we could leave one up on the fly bridge and take one down to the bedroom with us, to where if we broke anchor, we would wake up immediately and know about it.
Set it, you drop your anchor, and then it gives you a radius around your anchor, and then when you go outside of that radius, the alarm goes off. But we don't have anything to indicate it down
Below.
the cab right.
Okay.
It just goes off the fly bridge.
We learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
But when we got down to the Keys, it was so nice. We met so many cool people, and we stayed there from October until March. Then we started coming back home. We lost our salon AC. We have 5 ACs and 5 heaters. Oh, it was 10? Okay. But
That's a lot.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people have boats and houses. If you can afford it, it's great. But we're so thankful we sold our house to buy her. And she's a full-time job maintaining her.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
But we're both tired and wore out. We just want to do calm, lake
I've
life.
downsized a bunch. I work by myself, and I pick and choose my job.
Yeah.